some EMT guy come over, and he was like, "Can we?"
Was he hot?
What? No.
Damn it.
They were like, "Can you take this off? Like, are you wearing clothes under your uniform?" And
No.
I was like, "Yeah."
Butt
I've got
naked.
on a t-shirt. And they were like, "All right, let's take this off." And so he like unzipped me because I was like still. First of all, they had me like get down like on my knees and put my head down.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting there with my hands like on the ground, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out. Like I literally felt like I was gonna fall over.
Yeah,
And
but as close to the ground as you can is a good place to pass out.
They had me stand back up, and he like unzipped the back of my uniform, and then he was like, "Now are you wearing shorts on under your overalls?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, let's take those off too." And I was like, "Great." And he took off like my top, like the top part of the uniform, and he was like, "Yeah, this is so." He looked at someone else, and he was like, "She was sweating profusely," and I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I'm just a gross human. Don't worry about it.
I don't normally sweat though, so I was like, "This is disgusting." And they had me sit back down, and they had me drink some more water, and then they had more EMT people come over.
Yeah.
And with a
It's
heart
probably
monitor.
the talk of the town.
Oh yeah, with a heart monitor, yeah. And they like checked my blood pressure and checked my vitals, and then they had me lay down, and like they had me like stand up and whatever. And they had this guy standing behind me who literally grabbed me underneath my armpits and would lift me up off the ground. Like bruises a little bit underneath. And
you're just a little girl.
I was like standing there, but like a leaf blowing the wind. It was just like whoa. And I like grabbed onto the lady's hand because they were trying to take my blood pressure, and I was like falling all over the place. And she's like, "It's okay, you don't have to worry about it. There's somebody standing right behind you." And I was like boxed in. There was like someone next to me, a fence on the other side of me, some lady in front of me, some guy behind me. And like I looked over at the bleachers where the rest of the band was sitting, and literally everyone was staring at me. So I was like, "That's great. That's nice. Thanks."
Sup, guys?
I'm just dying over here. It's fine.
I blocked you in.
What?
I blocked you in.
Yeah.
Well, Martin's doing something. You got a lot of sun.
Yeah. I know.
Did I do? Oh, I did blue eyeshadow that one day. That was so pretty when I did that. You can use this makeup, you know. I said you can use this makeup, you know. It's not like I don't have enough.
I know. There might be some of mine I want to use. Probably not, but there might be. I need my brushes anyways. So, yeah. Then they had, like, even more people come over. They had... So, the principal, the dean of students, Mr. Dubler, who's the band instructor, Mr. Dubler's wife, who is an English teacher, and she was over there.
I bet she's nice.
She was sitting next to me. She was like, she patted me. Yeah, she was like, "It's okay, Shayna, I'm right here." And because like all of the EMTs were dudes.
Yeah.
And there was like a bunch of dudes like standing around me.
Sure.
There was this one guy that was like.
But I mean, you're 18, so.
Yeah. There was this one guy that was like off duty, but he was an EMT.
Can you bring me a paper towel and some Windex?
Nope.
Yes.
Dude, you hit the paper towels.
They're upstairs.
You hid the paper towel.
Sure.
There's some more. I just did. It didn't work. It got smudgier. It's hairspray. That is pretty.
That is really pretty.
I thought this was Marshalls for $6.
Yeah, I was in like full on like panic attack, and I like was hyperventilating and stuff. And this guy, I was laying down, and he was like holding my hand, like trying to make sure he could like feel my heart rate and stuff.
Oh, it's gone.
And then no.
You got 30 minutes to do 90 minutes worth of makeup.
It's 3 hours worth of makeup. Let's go.
Let's be honest here. I wish I knew how to work with colors. I don't know how to work with colors.
You just work.
So yeah, moral of the story.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. So they were like, they had me stand up again, and they were like, "Do you think you need to go to the hospital?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Always say yes.
And
I say no.
And they were like, "Oh, okay." And then finally I remembered I was 18, and I was like, "I'm 18, by the way." And they were like, "Oh, never mind." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, jeez. What a time to forget that.
Right. So...
Ava didn't even think to say that?
I don't think so, but
Well, I
just, like,
mean,
suddenly
she's
I was
a
like,
teenager,
"Oh, yeah,
so.
by the way." So yeah.
Shayna's like still traumatized from the last time she
No, I
did
don't
it.
give a shit. I'm just like, whatever.
It was like this. It was so bad.
So yeah, they were like, well, we really think you should go to the hospital. And I was like, okay, I don't even care. I don't even know what's happening. I was so, like, out of it and dizzy. They were like, we're going to bring over... They didn't even tell me they were bringing over the freaking gurney. And then all of a sudden, I see them wheel the gurney up next to me, and I'm like,
Fun times.
I started crying again, and I was like, what's wrong? And I was like, they were like, no, you need to calm down. And I was like, I can't. You don't understand. They like, the guy, they had me sit down again, and the guy had to like pick me up from underneath. Like he like stuck his hand
Imagine
under
being
my armpits
strapped
and was like,
to a gurney.
They did. They strapped me to the gurney.
Yeah, but I had like those straps. I had them around my legs when I was pregnant, right before I had Hendrix, because my legs wouldn't. Like I was too swollen. They literally, I told them to strap me in like that to get my legs to like go into a small enough circumference to go into the MRI machine.
Yeah, that's awful.
The nurse was like, are you sure? Because this is like abuse and I can't sign off on this unless you say you're sure. And I was like, yeah, I suggested this idea, so we should probably do
You're
it.
like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's fine.
Like, I'm the one that told you to do it. It's fine. I'm not going to later be like, it was abuse.
I told you to do this, but abuse.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had to like pick me up again because they apparently didn't trust me to stand up on my own, which I mean,
Who would?
see why. They stood me up and then had me lay down, and then they freaking strapped me in, and I was like, oh god. This was after the football game, so like everybody was leaving.
Oh, Jesus.
And literally
that kid.
everyone was trying to like offer me like a ride. Like Ava was like, hey, you know, my grandma's still here, or she's close, like we can drive you. And then this girl Erin was like, I can drive you to the hospital. And I was like, please stop, I don't know what's happening, I don't know how to do this.
They were trying to save you $500, so.
I mean, yeah. But also the EMT was like, we're not letting her go anywhere with anybody else, like she's gonna pass out. And I was like, oh great. So then they loaded me into the ambulance, and my band director, we passed my principal, and he was like, you're gonna be okay, kiddo. And then we passed the dean of students, and he was like, do you have a ride home? And I was like, I don't know.
Find out when we get there.
He was like, well, where are your parents? And I was like, they're out of town. And he was like,
Did Morgan get you?
no.
Oh. Can I have one of those dental floss things, Tim?
Say what?
Can I have a dental floss?
He was like, he asked for the EMT, he was like, where are you guys taking her? And they were like, we're taking her to Wood County. And he's like, okay, I'll get it figured out. And I was like, if this man comes to the hospital and take me home, I swear to God.
My parents are out of town, I'm gonna disappear.
Yeah.
Did Aunt Laura get you?
No.
Really?
So, and then my band director was standing there as they were like, they had just gotten me into the ambulance.
How cute of your friend.
What?
I said, how cute of your friend.
I know, she's so nice. And he
And
looked
her
at...
grandma.
What?
I said, and her grandma.
Yeah. Well, her grandma is a freaking saint. After we were in the hospital, she brought us rallies, and I literally almost cried when she walked in with the food. I was like, oh my god, I love you. So then my band director is standing there, and he's so nice. He's got like 2 kids or 3 kids that were in the band, and he's such a dad to like the rest of the band. And he looks at me and he's like, I love you, kiddo, you're gonna be okay. And I'm like, I started crying again. I was like, why do you do this? It was the worst time to say that. Anyway, basically I was like pretty calm once they got me into the ambulance. And then we got to the hospital and I was fine. I was so dizzy. They ran a bunch of tests and had to draw my blood. They gave me a freaking x-ray of my chest. Like, do you have any medical conditions? And I literally laughed. Like,
Only 52.
Which
one do you want to...
Yeah. Amongst my panic attack, I was like, I have a lot. And,
which one do you want the lowdown on for this
right.
situation?
So, yeah, she came back in and she was like, hey, so you have a potassium deficiency as well as most of your other electrolytes. And I was like, great.
I love them electrodes.
Oh, yeah. And then they made me drink this freaking potassium thing that tasted like ass. And then they let me leave.
Yeah, well, nothing beats the time I took Hendrix to the ER, and they asked me if I gave her Tylenol, and I said no, and they gave her Tylenol and told us to leave.
That's fun.
Yeah. I didn't give her Tylenol because I didn't want her fever to go away because I was worried that the fever was caused by something else. Apparently, all you can really do for kids is give them Tylenol.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. Like little kids, anyways, not bigger kids, obviously.
Also,
So
apparently
gross.
I'm allergic to medical tape.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
It's, for me, it's not like the latex or anything, it's the adhesive.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, because, like, their gloves don't bother me.
Right.
But, like, the tape was
Yeah.
on. They had to do a freaking EKG on me, too.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they stick those freaking things all over you.
Yep.
I didn't find it. I missed
Yep.
one underneath, like, on my rib cage, and I didn't find it until I took a shower this morning, and I was so mad. I was like, God damn it.
Yo. I done been there. The way you work with colors, by the way, is like you just start with a light color and work into it.
I'm very intimidated by colors, because I don't have, like, any colors, like, any colorful palettes. I just have, like, neutrals and stuff.
I don't have any neutrals, really.
You have an entire palette of neutrals right here.
Not really. The yellows in there and the oranges.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few soft things in there, but not many.
Brittany,
What?
is this look okay, or should I start over?
One more.
What'd you
Oh, I don't know. You're way tanner than I am, so.
Yeah. That's what band camp does to you. I'm gonna have like one eye done when they get back. That's it, just one.
I've been working on this, like, do it all equally, but, like, enough to where, like, you could just go out like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually a really good idea.
Like, whatever gets added on after a certain point is just putting on top for gravy.
Okay, better, worse.
Can't see it that well. Hang on. So I was gonna turn on the flashlight on my phone. That's good.
I was gonna try to just do like a full matte eye and then do yellow on my lid, but that looked really bad, so I changed my mind.
Oh yeah.
A little smooch. A little smooch at Rooney. I think you're about done with your eye part.
You think?
It kind of lag.
Jesus, that one's like way done. Where'd the blending brush go?
See you guys tonight.
See you.
I'll try to like come meet you or something, but you can just have fun with your grandpa and stuff, and
Yeah, we'll hang out tomorrow.
I'll get over some nuggets or something for dinner.
Yeah. This. I miss my baby. Should I do blue eyeliner?